and the Book Generator Club, we chose Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell for our May read. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing her last name wrong. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. I have the honor of making the first video, which means I'm going to quickly summarize the book and then answer the set questions that we have created for our channel. Eleanor and Park is a YA contemporary romance set in the year 1986, and it's about two misfits, Eleanor and Park, and they fall in love. Normally I don't read romance novels, they're not my favorite. I don't mind having romance as a subplot, but generally it's just not a genre that appeals to me. However, I absolutely love this book. Everything about it was just absolutely amazing. Both the characters are really unique. Eleanor's the new girl. She shows up, she's dressed really strange, she's got things all tied in her hair, and she doesn't have a spot to sit on the bus. Everyone's looking at her strange, and so she sits in the only empty seat, which is next to Park. At first, the two don't really care for each other. There's actually kind of a bit of a rivalry going on in the beginning, and they don't talk, and they don't like each other. But as the story progresses, they start to develop a friendship and eventually a romance. Fun fact, that clip took me like 7 takes because I kept saying 1896. And as soon as I got over that, I started saying 1886. No, it's 1986. What is wrong with me and numbers? Now, as someone who doesn't generally like romance novels, one of the things I really liked about this book was that there were other conflicts going on. Eleanor's home life was really tough, and so instead of the only conflict being about their relationship and something to do with that, there were other things going on in the book, and it just added some interest for the reader. Also, I just have to point out that the characters were great, so relatable, but also really unique. That is so hard to pull off because they were very quirky, unusual characters, but at the same time, I think they're very easy to relate to. Both Eleanor and Park were very relatable. I think we have already established that I absolutely loved this book. It was so good, and I was intrigued by the premise, but I liked it way more than I thought I would. I didn't think I would dislike the book, but just because of the genre, I didn't think I would absolutely adore it, but I did. It was amazing. Everything about it was just amazing. So good. So good. The writing style, the characters, the plot, everything. So good. I am one of those people who forgets really quickly what happened in books. I read this like a month ago and I already forget like all the parts of the book. Anyways, it's hard for me to choose a favorite part because I really liked the whole thing. I actually really liked the scene where Park's mom gives Eleanor a makeover because first of all, I thought it was kind of funny, but second of all, I thought that it kind of showed a lot about Eleanor's character, just the way she reacted to seeing herself look so differently. I actually really liked that scene. It's kind of a random scene too, but it really just stood out in my mind. I don't know why, it just did. It is also very difficult for me to choose a least favorite part of the book, but it would probably be somewhere around the beginning, before Eleanor and Park were even on a speaking basis, because this book is about their relationship, and so when they were kind of disliking each other, the book wasn't as interesting. Luckily, that was a very short part of the book, and very important to the story, just wasn't my favorite. I change nothing. Yeah, I think I already mentioned this. These were some of the most relatable characters. I have only ever read characters this good in maybe like John Green's books, because he writes really good characters. Amazing characters, so relatable, just so relatable, even though I had really not much in common with them. Maybe I'm kind of a misfit. I'm not as much of a misfit, but I'm kind of a misfit. Eleanor has got some really, she's got a really difficult home life. She's been through a lot, but I really related to her. Park, I don't know, I'm more similar in, situation, but not really I'm not very similar to Park as a person, but I really related to him. Even though I didn't have much in common with the characters, I could relate to them so well. I like character-based books, personally, more than plot-based books, and so to read a book where the characters were so vivid and relatable just was great. I really liked both Eleanor and Park, but I think I enjoyed reading about Eleanor a bit more. I Park was more of kind of just your average guy. Like, he's not that average, but Eleanor's character was, like, she was this perfect combination of incredibly unusual, but really kind of, like, almost, like, beaten down and, like, humble. And that was really interesting because she was so strange, but so, like, normal about it at the same time, which is hard to explain. That didn't make sense. But, yeah, her character was a brilliant character to read about. I really liked reading about all the characters, though. Even some of the little side characters. What were their names? Her two friends that she met in gym class. Oh, I forget their names. Oh, BB and Denise? Are those their names? I think those are their names. I really love their characters. They were only in, like, 2 scenes, but I absolutely loved reading about them, and I really wish they were in more of the book. So, there, that's the thing I would change for the question before. More of BB and Denise. And the final thing is just to talk about the edition. Anyways, mine's just the paperback version. It's a really recent release, so there are not really that many different editions. But it's a nice book. I really like the cover. Simple, but different. You know, like Eleanor's character. Guys, this just got really deep. So that is it for my book talk. There are still 4 more to go. I can't wait to see them. You should stay tuned for everyone else's opinions and discussions on Eleanor Park. And, in case you didn't know, which you probably didn't, because I get to do the official announcement, we are reading the 5th wave for June. I can't wait because it looks really, really good. And it's gonna be awesome. So stick around for that next month, as well as everyone else's book talks. And you should check out all of our individual channels because we're all booktubers and we all do cool videos about books. Yes, so see you guys later. And yeah, read this book because it's really, really good. Yeah, see ya. Bye.